Hello, and welcome back to Soul Spa University. No sleep edition. Today we will be covering Euphoria, as well as things that pop up as direct topics from it. For those of you that don't know and have not seen previous videos of mine, to keep you updated, my schedule is a little off now. I'm in a transition. I haven't had sleep in months. It's literally months. That's why all those interviews I have not had sleep in, and as I started I realized, oh, I didn't take the tongue ring out, and that is a goal after 26 years. Different video.
Okay.
But here we are. This cardboard box is not just a cardboard box to help me transition, and it's actually not a cardboard box at all. It is a Zoom barrier. I think they don't know. I think they know. Hang on. Sorry, we were having some technical difficulties. So due to me not being able to sleep at my place, if you see from a previous video, welcome to Christina's Airbnb. And if you want an experience that's like ayahuasca or a soul awakening experience, because you're literally awake all the time due to the neighbors that provide such an amazing free service for it, this is the place to be. There's a million soundproofing devices right near my bed that won't work. Yeah, check out our previous Christina's Airbnb video. Depending on when this is airing, schedule is going to be a little off for the next month as I transition to a new life, which you think would sound better. Anyway, and yeah.
Exciting things are happening.
Luckily, my friend Crystalline is here to assist me. Oh my God, I don't want to talk not positive because I don't mean anything by this. I love the woman I'm about to talk about, but you know what I feel like right now? And then we'll just switch right out of that topic. I feel like Wendy Williams. You know how she had people like, no, I love her. But do you know how she had people like help her? Okay, anyway. So
don't ever feel like Wendy Williams.
I like her. Okay, so anyway. Okay. And I honestly was giving her such good energy, and then I was worried about her, and the next day she actually released a statement that she's doing great, so I hope so. Anyway, so
I hope. I wish everybody gets what they deserve.
Imagine she watches. Okay, so hey. Okay, anyway guys, we're going to be covering Euphoria today. Did I say that already? Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and have fun hanging out with us today as we cover Euphoria, have a lot of other things mixing in. We're obviously, with me and Crystalline, we're improvising the whole thing. And yeah.
Just hang out with us.
Hang out. Come on, stay a second. Yeah. Okay, Euphoria, two different perspectives. She's seen season 1. I've seen both seasons. She's been in it longer. I just got into it, and then still no sleep. So if I start to lose a train of thought, she'll pick up for me.
So I saw season 1, and I was waiting to see season 2 because I like to binge watch shows. I don't like to wait a week until the next episode comes out. So I was waiting until season 2 was completely over so that I could rewatch season 1 and then jump straight into season 2 and watch them back to back, just a full Euphoria weekend day. That being said, I don't mind spoilers. I typically look them up. I know that's like very controversial, whatever. And then, so I haven't shied away from anything. I haven't looked up any spoilers, but I haven't shied away from anything. Like social media has it all over. I just, so I've like pieced together some things. I just,
So if a spoiler comes out, we will warn you prior, because I usually try to not go into it.
Yeah.
But we will talk about things her and I can talk about. And and she doesn't mind, it might come up season 2. Yeah. I got into it later, and by the time I was done, within a week or two, season 2 is coming out. I personally love season 2 11 times more than season 1. And I was going to say, let's check in the comments what people think. And one thing to bring up is can these people put on full on gorgeous, like ready to be on drag queen stage makeup every day before school? I'm talking not just makeup. As you know, there's fucking diamond. There's Zales on their faces at this point.
Surprise. I'm actually here.
What? Where?
Poof.
Whoa. Thank God I did some dream segments that have yet to come out because I think I'm in a dream.
Nope. Surprise.
You know, guys, this is a good lesson. Very ascended beings can teleport.
That's what I did.
So yes. So when Crystal and I were in high school, we wish we had time to be putting Zales on our face, Zaling it up.
I don't understand it because first of all, I wake up every day at 5 a.m. I don't have to leave the house until 7:30, and 90% of the time I'm running late. I don't know how they do it. I couldn't fathom.
I don't know. Prior to high school, I was literally figure skating at 5:30 a.m. before I got hit by that car. And before everybody died too. I didn't have time to put, Sparsky on my face. Hey, we love it. And what's funny is, so when her and I were in high school, we were more focused on survival, which is ironic because really in this show, they look way focused on survival as well. And yet they're like, I'm dying. I can't even bring myself to the bathroom to pee.
But then all of a sudden they're like, hold on, I need to get ready. And then like jump cut to like full face makeup, super skimpy outfit, like, and I'm going out. First of all, in high school, if I ever went out like that, I mean, nobody probably would have said anything because my house was like really lax. But I feel like other people would have been like saying lots of things.
That's true.
Lots of things.
They were wearing music video stuff that I'm like, how are they half naked?
Like I was lucky enough to grow up. I grew up in a single parent household. My mom was very lenient with things of that nature. Like she didn't care about like makeup or tattoos or things like that. But I feel like even my mom would have been like, no.
So here's what happened with me in high school. I was in denial of my body. So I would literally like be like my aunt would be like, I can't believe you're even trying to leave the house like that. And I'm like, I'm a tooth fairy for Halloween. Meanwhile, my boobs, my butt, short skirt. And it's like, God, she has a lot of friends now.
I don't, but we also didn't spend so much time on our makeup. Like
who had time? Who had time?
No, when we got ready to go out, it was literally like,
first of all, our
like a mad dash.
Our school started at 5:30 a.m. And yes, when we went out, it was like, right now, you should have been outside 10 minutes ago. And I'm like, you didn't call me 10 minutes. You should have known. You should have just known. I beepered you. 911.
Yeah.
911 means go outside your house and jump into the random car, that will not stop and the lights are off.
Yeah.
That car.
Oh yeah. Because even though the adults in our lives never wanted to drive us places, they all wanted us out. Okay,
they wanted us out. They didn't want us to get in other cars, but they didn't want us to get in their cars.
Yes. So if we wanted to go out somewhere, we had to like figure out a ride.
Harriet Tubman it.
Yeah, but we couldn't be seen getting into like a car that wasn't driven by a parent. So if a friend or a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend, like whatever,
happen to have older friends, which is very odd.
Yeah. I mean,
that's
another video.
Do we even get into that?
That's another video.
Okay, so let's like honestly, so about that.
That could relate to Euphoria because I feel like there's also some of that.
Okay. Also, tongue rings. Speaking of tongue rings that I have to take out after 26 years, I got this at age 15. Okay. Okay. Also,
my first one at 16.
My first tattoo. Okay, so let's talk about things. My first piercing was my belly button from Iron Butterfly, which is a legit place, and yet it got infected. So then we had one of our mutual friends pierce my belly button on top of his car, and that went pretty well. Well, that friend also pierced her tongue
in another one of our mutual friends' bathrooms.
And on top of this, which
went
is better,
never got infected. Just
amazing.
Went fine.
Okay. Also, on top of this, So the reason I'm not just taking out the tongue ring right now, guys, is because I have to go over phobias. I'm worried about things. So that is another video. Otherwise I would just take it out. But anyway, so I should have done it when I wanted to, but you know what? 2-3 months of no sleep, and here I am. Also, you mentioned something interesting about our underage tattoos. So we happen to make friends that were older because of the survival strategy of get out of the house. No, we're not going to drive you. Don't get in a younger kid's car. So due to survival techniques, we had to make older friends. And what happened with that? That was my first tattoo, right? I was with you.
Oh yeah, we got our first tattoos together, and quickly, when anybody picked us up from our houses, we would have to have them, especially if it was nighttime, we'd have to have them turn their lights off and drive by, preferably cut the engine and like coast by so it didn't make any noise. But some of our friends are not smart enough to do that.
We have to dart in the car.
Yeah, so we would have to like run out, be like, okay, we're leaving by, and then run out as fast as we could, and then like hop in the car, and then they would have to start it, turn the lights on, and then like go. So like the adults would not see that it wasn't like an actual adult's car that we were getting into. Okay. Then, so when we went and got our first tattoos together, I was working at a deli at the time, and one of my customers was this older gentleman in his late 70s, early 80s or so, at least. He was so old. And he was very persistent, as old men are, with younger girls. And keep in mind, I had just turned 17. You were still 16. And he said, I will do anything for you. I love you so much. I'll do anything for you. And I said, oh my God, that's so great. Can you sign for me? My friend has tattoos. And he said, of course I can.
Oh my God. I thought it was the younger guy that did this for us.
No, it was the old guy with the Miata.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Remember we had to like sit on each other's laps to go.
Okay. But that was also on the ride to White Plains a lot, which we'll get into in a second.
Yes. A lot of old guys only have 2-seater cars.
We'd have to sit on each other a lot.
We really did. Survival.
Well, anyway, I remember you brought me through the tattoo process, and they just basically, I don't know, we've said that you and I were half sisters.
Yeah, we said that we were stepsisters, and that he was your dad, but my stepdad. And then they were like, okay, mind you, nobody checked this.
Wait, I didn't know.
Nobody fact checked.
No, I thought it was funny. I don't think they said it was my dad. I think what it was is they called your mom, and then they just included me. They just included
they called my mom to check that she was my mom, but they just automatically believed that he was your dad.
And they were like,
okay.
She said
and my mom said, okay, that I could get a tattoo. And they were just like, oh, okay, so it's fine.
Oh, I thought it was funny because I feel like your mom just said okay and didn't realize she was agreeing to mine too, or something. I don't know.
They just agreed. Like it just.
Point being, we were tatted up by the time. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
mine is since covered though. I covered mine with a different tattoo.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I just have a duck because I'm obviously part duck. Eventually I got
Chinese writing, and it.
Oh my God!
It didn't age well, so I covered it. I'm owning my mistake. I was 17 and stupid.
Well,
don't get another language tattooed on you. Don't do it.
But then my second tattoo was in a basement, which I thought was in the middle of nowhere. And Chrislyn just showed me today. It was right down the road.
Right down the road. In his basement.
So you two, I got my wings during my divorce. All right, back to Euphoria. So, these kids are just doing all sorts of things that I was going to say we didn't do, but obviously we did.
Yeah, we did. I think
we didn't do what they were doing.
No, we didn't do what they're doing. They're
making.
We did reckless things also out of survival, but I think they're doing other reckless things. But I think it's also because it's a different time. Like they have
they have
more at their disposal. They have
Yeah, so there's a lot of gray areas.
There definitely is.
I
think they have access to way more money than we do. We didn't have really their money.
The girl, I don't know what season this is. She just gets on a bus. She gets on a train. Was that season 1? I think so. At the end of it, right?
I think so.
Jules just gets on a train.
I think so. I don't freaking know. There's in season 1, Jules just goes into the city and parties.
Yeah. But you know what? Where did we get the money from either? So another one of our stories was, first of all, we were scrounging. We didn't have any money as teenagers. Yeah. And yet
Yeah.
We would go into CVS and it was like amazing. And it would be all about Calgon.
Yeah.
Take me away.
Yeah.
You know, and like CVS, a CVS gift card was amazing. Oh my God. You know,
or like Bath and Body Works. So, I mean, now I go for candles, but like back in the day, body products all the time.
Spray those chemicals
right in my face, just all over me.
Oh yeah, my cousin and I would do that by accident. We'd be like, "Here, try this," and then I would spray myself. I mean, all sorts of things. But yeah, okay.
All the time.
So we first started out with beepers. Beepers.
Yeah, you had a beeper, and I used to page you while we were in class.
Remember, it was a light blue Palladium beeper that we would get from our mysterious overage mall friends that worked places. And you were like, "This is my friend," and I'm like, "What?" And he would just give me a beeper. I'm like, "What?" And then we would play with puppies.
Yeah.
And then and then cell phones. Oh yeah, we would bling out the beepers. Then cell phones came.
Yep.
We bling those out.
Yep.
Nextel I-90.
Yep. You would replace the battery with like a light up battery that would, first of all, you'd have to charge it every hour because it would just die because it would just light up all the time, you know? And then anytime somebody texted you or called you, it would just flash and give you a seizure all the time.
Yeah, it would be clipped up on my board of when I finally got that Eclipse that I had for 10 minutes before I crashed it at 17. When I came back, when it finally made its revival 7 months later, remember it would be like a club in the car and had all these keychains all over it. Speaking of clubs, I one time I got married at 17 and I moved back at 20. And for my 21st birthday, Crystalline took me out. My first back in New York. Well, we're going to keep names in this story anonymous. So our random friend Timmy, that I think found me on MySpace when I was still in Florida, drove his little 350Z, and I basically called Crystal and was like, "We got to ride," and we jumped in. And
I had 5 minutes to get ready to go out for her 21st birthday. That's like a big deal. It's a big deal, okay? In like the big bar strip in the area.
White Plains though. So this was a big thing. This was not like
a
local.
big thing in our area.
Okay. Everybody from all around would go to White Plains and there'd be a million bars. Anyway, so there's me and Crystal and piled in this little 350Z that's probably going 180, of course, on each other's laps. Of course, why else not? It was always that way.
Of course.
And how did that night go, Crystal?
Not great. So we obviously drank, celebrated her 21st. And then and
I don't think I was 21 yet, but I was celebrating. So basically the bouncer who already knew me.
Oh yeah, no, your birthday wasn't for like 2 more days.
Yes, but they knew me.
Your birthday was like on a weekday and it was like the weekend before.
And back then,
so we had to celebrate. Your birthday was like that Monday. We went out that Saturday night.
And I remember all the bouncers already knew me from being underage, but this was a new bouncer. And I was like, "It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine." And then I remember it was a new bouncer and he looked at me and I was like, "It's going to be fine." And he's like, and hands it back. And I remember I used to just do things and just become the bouncer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and then
because I remember he looked at me and he was like, "Are you 21?" And I said, "Yeah." And then he was like, "Okay." He didn't even look at my ID though. He just asked me. I was like, "Yeah."
All right. So let's continue with the rest of the night because I forgot about this till Crystalline said it.
Yeah. So anyway, so we drank obviously. And I don't remember all of the details about how it happened, but he got very angry that we didn't want to go home with him.
Oh, Timmy, the random.
Yes. And so eventually a fight erupted. We ran into friends that we saw. We ran into friends at the bar, and our friend.
Different groups of friends.
Yes.
And I don't even remember all the details. I just remember, say one is named Nick, let's dance with Nick, right? And then all of a sudden, somehow Nick's ex, who we also went to school with, was there, crying her eyes out,
just hysterical,
trying to kill Nick. Normally it would kill me, but I'm like super nice. What?
She wasn't my biggest fan either, but she was just hysterical.
No, normally it would kill me because I was the one dancing with him, and I didn't know she was still in the picture after how many years.
I didn't even know she was at the bar.
I didn't know she was there either.
I didn't know she was at the bar club that we were at
threw keys
until she threw keys in the middle of the dance floor, and I had to evacuate the whole dance. I had to evacuate the entire club. so that he could look for his keys because they were kicking him out for like starting problems, even though he was completely innocent. And she started this whole thing, threw his keys in the middle of the dance floor. We had to evacuate everything. And then while we're standing outside, she's sobbing. And Christina, being drunk, goes over and is like, oh my God, why are you crying? And she's like, he was dancing with some stupid girl.
and I kept trying to comfort her, and she's
Yeah,
like, you
she's like,
just
"Oh my
don't
God."
know. You just don't know. Remember,
You just don't understand. And I'm just standing there like, Christina, just stop. You were the girl.
and then I was like, you're right. I don't understand.
Yeah, after 20 minutes of her just like crying, you don't understand. You just don't know.
And I'm like,
Christina was just
I
like,
do know, but
you're right. I don't know. Like just completely exasperated. And so then at that point, it was like 2 a.m. We were completely.
There was also 5 other worlds of things that were going on.
Oh
guys.
yeah. Oh yeah. Because the bar club that we were at was attached to like another quieter one. So we had been going back and forth. Like we are bombed at this point. Like we are just beyond. Like people knew it was her birthday. People knew that I was with we were done. Okay. Like it was. If you've ever celebrated your 21st birthday out or celebrated a friend's 21st birthday out, picture us at 3 a.m. on that night. Okay.
Well, anyway, we bumped into another friend, Brian, which I don't know where he came from. Another random.
We called him for a ride.
Oh, we needed a ride. This is a problem. We're back to survival. We're back to survival. We get ourselves because of our instincts from teenagehood.
Yeah. Like, and Uber wasn't a thing. Uber wasn't a thing. It wasn't like easy to get an Uber.
But we did have cabs, but we didn't have the money.
Yeah, cabs are expensive to get, like, because where we were was like pretty far from like where we lived. So taking a cab is like expensive. So we said, oh, we're gonna call. So we called our friend. We're gonna call him Brian, and he came with our other friend. Let's call him Jesse. And they came and they thought we were calling them for something else.
I don't know. But then what happened was I had friends from White Plains. One was a cop and one was a something that were always together. I called them Bert and Ernie. And they showed up, and apparently they were really mad that I wasn't just getting in the car with them.
Yeah.
There was 5 groups of people mad at us that night.
Yeah.
And we were just running from all of them.
We literally were just like, we just want to go home. Like we are tired and hungry.
I mean, one was doing one. It was just insane.
It was not.
Honestly, it was kind of typical night for me, but Crystal was like, I am never going out again.
I am the definition of a homebody.
Also, what ends up happening is I'm going through a divorce at the time.
Yes.
Just so you know I look so villainy right now, but I was an angel. Remember that? I tried to work on it before I learned.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And at the time, Timmy flipped out once because actually what happened was my soon-to-be ex-husband and I would go to the same places, and sometimes we'd start getting along, and somehow Timmy would find out through other people that I was married, and he would run to his classmate, which was actually my husband, and say, watch out. What are we calling my ex-husband right now? What's his name?
Nothing nice. I'm not thinking of any nice names to
call him. I don't know what to call him.
We just call him ex-husband.
We'll call him Keith. He said, watch out, Keith. Watch out. And he would burst through the crowds. Watch out. This bee's married. It's a long story. We kept it confidential. We were engaged publicly for 3 years. We were young, though. We wanted to save up for the wedding. And I was living in Florida, so we did the court thing to afford the later thing, and then we forgot to do the later thing. So that's what happened there.
Yeah, so divorce happened before the later thing.
The divorce thing did happen, though.
Goodness.
So that was our White Plains. Oh, back to Euphoria.
Yeah. Back to Euphoria. I don't know. I was off. Like, I had just gotten sober by your birthday.
I am so sorry.
It's okay. Alcohol was never my problem. I gotten sober from other things.
Okay, so Euphoria does kind of overlap with a little bit of what we know of.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say that because first of all, that's her information.
Oh no, it's okay. I was like a terrible addict for years.
And
not terrible addict, but like I I have dealt with addiction to some substances. And so right after that, like right after I had gotten sober is right around the time of your birthday. You turned 21. Because I got sober right before my 21st birthday.
And I was like, hey.
Like, hey, let's go. But I was also going through that really bad breakup from that guy, Christopher. Who is not a nice person.
All right, let's go back to Euphoria.
He's a real Nate, that guy.
I'm trying to think. Euphoria. Season 2 was absolutely amazing. I really like that character. The gas station guy. You know, guy who owns the gas station.
In season 2?
Oh no, he was in season 1 too. Remember he's with the straight edge girl that was the sister of the hot one?
No, I don't.
Oh my god, yes you do. His name is like one syllable.
Fez? Fezco?
Yeah.
The one you told me that reminds you of my current husband.
Oh my god, did I say that? I don't know why. I really like him.
I've had 3 separate people tell me that Joe reminds them of Fezco.
He reminds me of somebody else I used to know too.
He's also gotten Bruno from Encanto a lot.
Did he ever get Beaker? Okay, I always get confused. Is Beaker's not the little green guy? He's the thing that
he's
looks
the tall,
like
skinny one, yeah.
The Oregon. Has he ever gotten Beaker?
I don't think so, but I see it. Like I'm not mad that you say it.
Apparently, Muffin season.
I agree, Muffin. He does look like that.
Anyway, I really like the gas station guy.
Yeah, I think everybody loves Fezco. I think everybody loves. I don't think I've heard a single person.
Okay, if you guessed who died in season 2, sorry, do you guess anyone dies in season 2?
If it's Fezco, I'll be so pissed.
Guess who dies?
Is it Fezco?
Luckily, no.
Thank God.
Because I'd be really upset.
Like his little friend?
I would need time to recover.
Is it like his little friend guy that like is like his little brother or whatever?
Okay, guys, spoiler alert. So pause or something and subscribe if you're switching videos at this point, and watch this after you finish watching season 2. Probably, because I know shows enough that this is so popular that it might have a season 3. So maybe they'll have
definitely have a season 3. There's no way it's not going to.
Because I'm like, where could it go from here? But yeah, that only guy, huh?
Only up. Can only go up from here.
That's true. I don't know where it can really go from there. But yeah, the little kid, that's like so not a little kid.
Yeah. Like a little
so
badass.
What happened was he just, like any little kid, didn't listen, but he has a lot of machine guns. So basically the Fez guy was like trying to cover up a murder for him, because of course out of nowhere he's like, what? And like kill somebody again. Oh, I don't know if you know he killed somebody else. So
Joe would fucking cover up a murder for somebody.
Curses. So
sorry.
It's okay. So basically, so he out of nowhere killed somebody again. I don't know if you knew he killed somebody else. And then
and gonna do it.
Anyway, so basically, but the guy who had a wire on him. So all the people were coming in. So Fez was covering up so that he could take the blame for it. And the little kid was like, see, I don't know if it's really deep where the little kid was like, I don't want you going to jail for the rest of your life. I'm going to sacrifice my life. Or if he's just, as us culture say, stunad, where he's like, I'm going to win this, and just starts shooting machine guns at the whole cop thing.
I don't know. I haven't seen it. So I'll
basically shoots his own brother without knowing. And I really feel bad. Are you sure you don't care about this?
No, I don't care.
And eventually, supposedly he dies, but it's not really confirmed. We don't know. That guy's really smart, so he might just be injured, and he's a minor.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they would kill him off.
I can't believe cops would kill a kid, though. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm like, they know he's killing a kid. Like, I mean, the person I was watching this was like, yeah, because he killed another cop. Along with Muffin.
She's upset about cop killing.
You know, she's so patriotic.
Yeah.
She's very patriotic, and we love that about Muffin.
We do. She's passionate.
Muffin, you're an artist. We are now going to wrap up this video so Muffin can sing her song. But yeah, guys, do you have anything else to say about Euphoria before we wrap up? Or are we good?
No, I'm excited to watch season 2. And then after I finish season 2, we'll come back.
Yes.
And really have a discussion because I'm excited to watch it.
Who knows where I'll be at that point? Maybe I'll be
knows?
living in this cardboard box right here.
That's pretty nice.
I don't know, but at least I'll be able to sleep in that cardboard box, even if it's on the corner.
Will you? Corner's pretty loud.
Anyway,
maybe it'll be at my house. We could always film there.
Oh,
or your new place. Who knows?
Who knows, guys? Stay tuned to find out. And thank you so much for stopping by at Soul Spa University and hanging out with us. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Be the first to share with your friends. Yeah. And if you would like to support me during my transition of going into this cardboard box to sleep, it would be amazing. Any little bit helps, and I will try not to give it all to a donation, which is what I seem to do every month. But either way, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for stopping by. The world is falling down around us, and stay positive during everything, guys. And we're all with each other.